Hey y'all, welcome to day 144 of my DDPY life change thing. It took me a second to remember how I actually used to start these videos because it's been so long since I filmed one, and I'm in different circumstances and the lighting is garbage and all of those good things, but that's okay because I have some things I wanted to share. Like I said, this is day 144, I believe. I'm coming up on 150 days. I'm also super close, for those who are following this who use the DDPY app. I am this close to 100,000 points. For those who don't know, you get points for every workout that you do. You can spin the wheel for bonus points. If you wear a heart rate monitor, you get extra points. When you update your stats, pictures, measurements, etc., you get points. And so consistency really helps you to accumulate points more quickly. And so plus I finished the first program, the beginner program, so you get points for that too. So anyway, it's been fun to like see the points rack up and to be that close, and that means that I'm going to be able to get a 100K t-shirt, which is super exciting. It's like a big DDPY milestone, so I'm excited about that. But I wanted to share today a few things that that I've kind of learned along the way that have been really helpful and also different from any other weight loss effort that I've ever had in the past. So here we go. We're just going to dive right on in. All right. So the first thing is, in the past, I had successfully lost weight without exercise. But what I've learned since starting this program is, even though I am exercising consistently pretty much every day, and even now twice a day, food is really the key. Finding a way to eat, finding that balance with food is really key. There's a saying that goes, you can't outwork your fork, and it is so true. It is so true. Because even though like I really have not had a major binge, maybe twice since I started, I would say I had a day where, or a meal, really, just one meal where I ate like I would have before. Otherwise, you know, I'll have French fries here, or a bag of chips there, or I'll order pizza. You know, I ordered pizza one time. Things like that, just kind of momentary, you know, things where I'm eating more at one meal, and types of food that I really had not been eating regularly for a while. And it shows up. It really does. And it doesn't matter really that I still work out that day. Obviously the consequences are less, you know, but nutrition is so important. You can lose weight without exercise, but you cannot lose weight without, not for real, you know, and consistently and long term. You cannot do that without addressing your diet. So that's been really kind of mind opening for me, or mind blowing for me rather, is that realization that food is really the most important part of this. So as far as, you know, the program goes, you know, if whatever you're doing doesn't address your nutrition, you're not gonna be successful, and you could be working out like crazy, but if you're still eating junk food and lots of food and that sort of thing, or even foods that just don't agree with your body in general, you're gonna be on that hamster wheel forever. You're just gonna keep losing and gaining the same weight over and over and over again. Speaking of diet, the other thing that I've learned is the best diet is the diet that you can stick with for the rest of your life. For me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, that has to make room for my favorite foods, for family foods, for me to be in situations where I don't have control over food. And I have to be able to make it work. And so what that boils down to for me is that it's all about portions and balance throughout the day. You know, for me to go to a family function, for example, or go to my mom's house for Sunday dinner or whatever, and want to be able to enjoy, you know, this thing that she's been making since I was a little girl that we always eat together as a family, then the rest of my day has to balance that out, you know. So I can't, if I have, you know, a day full of making compromised food choices, then I'm gonna be fighting that for another week, you know, to recoup that. So for me, I haven't excluded any food groups. I haven't really, the only thing that I have not allowed myself to have is chips and queso. I did have it one time, and it messed me up for like a week, not just with weight, but with like the mental food battle for the rest of that week. And so that is like a trigger food for me, and I can't have that right now. Hopefully one day I'll be able to enjoy it in a regular portion and be okay, but I'm not there yet. So anyway, to summarize all of that, the best diet is one that you can, as far as my opinion goes, is one that you can eat for the rest of your life, and you, under any circumstances, you don't have to have 100% control over the food that is available to you, because realistically that's just never going to happen. You know, there's going to be work events, there's going to be family events, there's going to be you know, church events and situations where you're staying with other people, you're on vacation, all sorts of things like that. So it's not realistic to think that you'll have 100% control over your food 100% of the time. And it's also not realistic, at least not for me, to be able to exclude major food groups from the mix for the rest of my life. So to be able to find a way of eating that helps me to be successful in achieving my goals and that I can do for the rest of my life, that's key. Okay, so the next thing, motivation. You hear a lot of talk about motivation in the weight loss community, and honestly, what motivation is a lie. Motivation is fleeting. The days that I have felt motivated to eat healthy and to work out, oh my gosh, like I could literally count them on both hands, you know, and maybe have a finger or two left over. Like the days where I did not want to work out, or when all I wanted was chips and queso or pizza or a, you know, big old loaf of bread or French fries or whatever, you know, those days, those are most days. So for me to rely on motivation to help me to continue on this journey is not going to be successful. What I need to rely on, and what I can rely on, is being determined. That it doesn't matter if I don't feel like it. It doesn't matter what I'm craving. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the I need to decide to do it anyway. I need to decide, like, I don't feel like doing this. I want this other thing, but I'm determined that I am going to achieve my goals, and I'm going to do it anyway. That has just been huge for me. Now, obviously, there are days when I don't, when I give in to what I'm feeling, when I give in to what I'm craving, but to make that choice, the more you make that choice, the more you make that choice, you know? And so so that was pretty huge to realize that I can't rely on whether I'm feeling motivated or not. That's garbage. That's not going to get me anywhere. But I can be determined that regardless of how I'm feeling, I'm going to do it anyway, because it's going to get me where I want to be. And And you will always, like, I know I will always regret not working out or eating the junk food, but I will never regret working out and making a good food choice that day. So the next thing kind of goes in hand with that is being consistent. Obviously, there are going to be days where I give in. I take a nap instead. I order the pizza or whatever. But if you've made a consistent habit of doing it anyway, that's going to build on itself. And not only will it make it easier and more of a habit to make the choice and do it anyway, but then you also get to have these moments like I had yesterday where say you do a workout and it about kills you, and then you do it again and you get to see how far you've come. You get into a position that you hadn't been able to get into before. You finish it more easily, you know, because you're stronger, you know, and doing it when it was hard, doing it anyway, doing it consistently has results. And literally it is like almost every day I have one of those moments where I do something that I couldn't do before, where I see the improvement, where I see the fruit that consistency has borne. And it is by far better than the scale, better than before and after pictures or before and during pictures for me. Those are the best moments when I can just pop into a position and be like, oh, you know, like it's amazing. It's amazing. So, y'all know I couldn't get through a video without crying, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, 12 minutes. I need to wrap this up. Okay. The next thing is regarding support and other people. It is amazing to have other people come alongside you and cheer you on and encourage you and support you and all of those things. Like, it's really, really great. And to have accountability to other people. Those things are all great. But what I've learned, not just in this journey, but this time, but over the course of my life, is that people are amazing, but they also have their own stuff. And I want to be available. I want to make myself accountable to other people, and I want to be able to give and receive encouragement to others. It's amazing. It feels great, and it really is inspiring to walk alongside other people who are on the same journey as you and all of that. But bottom line, at the end of the day, the only person that can change your life, the only person that is always going to be in this with you is you. And if you're relying more on external support, external encouragement, external edification, external pushing, you know, to do what you need to do, it's a recipe for failure. It honestly is. You need to realize that at the end of the day, it's just you and you. And other people are amazing, and it's wonderful. And I'm so grateful for the people who have kind of taken an interest in me and my journey and supported me. It means so much to me. But at the end of the day, it needs to come from me. Whether I get up and eat like I'm supposed to and work out, it's all me. It's all me. And so enjoy other people's support. Be grateful that you have it if you have it. Seek it out even. But know that you have to do this. Nobody else can do it for you. No matter how supportive they are, no matter how encouraging they are, no matter how faithful they are, to do that for you, it has to be you. It has to be all you, all the time. It has to be. Okay. The next thing is, I can't read my handwriting. The real battle is not with physical limitations, finding time to work out, money, food choices, the people you live with, none of that. The real battle is here. Again, it goes back to you. The real battle is here. It's the mental battle. It's what you're telling yourself you can or cannot do. What you're telling yourself is good or bad. What you're telling yourself is possible or impossible. What you're telling yourself is a priority. What you're telling yourself you really want. That mental battle, it goes back to the motivation. It goes back to the consistency. It goes back to other people, allowing other people into your journey. All of that, it all comes back to what's happening in here and what's happening in here. So I'm telling you, the mental fight is so much harder than anything physical any of these workouts could make me do. It is so much harder than meal prepping and eating good food for me, as opposed to not eating, you know, chips and fries and whatever. It is so much harder to convince myself that I'm worth this, that the time is worth it, that the sacrifice is worth it, that the sore muscles are worth it, that it's gonna be, that I'm gonna be successful, you know? I think that's the hardest thing, because I've failed so many times. And I'm so used to things being hard and then not getting what I was working towards or what I was hoping for. And so it's way easier for me to just quit, to give up, to stop, you know, whether it's just in a workout or on a day or on a week, you know. So that mental battle, whoo, it's no joke. It's no joke, but that's where it begins and ends, really, is that story that I'm telling myself, those things that I'm believing or not believing. That's where the fight is mentally. A few other things, and gosh, I really need to wrap this up. I'm so sorry. This has gone on way longer than I expected. Let's see. Oh, really? There's just one more thing. Okay, good. Measurements and photos, y'all. I don't care if you have 10 pounds to lose or if you have 200 pounds to lose. Take the photos, take the measurements. For me, at my size, like, I'm looking at myself right now and I still see the same thing I always saw. I just had to sing. I got to sing with the worship team at church to film our Sunday service for this past week. And I saw myself on camera and I didn't see a difference. I saw the same face and the same jiggly arms and the same belly and the same legs and all the things that I've always seen. I got the sweetest, like, random unprovoked message from a friend who said her and her husband were watching the service, and her husband was like, "Whoa, Tina looks amazing. Tell her she's doing a good job." I can only see a difference when I put a picture of me from last year up against a picture of me now. And really, only in my face. In my body, it's really, really hard for me to see, because I have so much to lose. But it is important to take those pictures and put them next to each other. It's important to take those measurements, and even when you can't see it in your, you know, with your eyes, you can see the numbers and you can see that things are shrinking. And keep one shirt and one pair of pants and try them on every few months or weeks or whatever, and physically allow yourself to see the difference that you can't see when you look in the mirror. It is so encouraging, and it really helps you to kind of see it a little bit more like other people see it, you know, and that's been an encouragement for me too. So so I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. I have talked way too much. Y'all have had to look at my unmade up face way too long. But I hope that some of this was a help and an encouragement to you. These have been hard lessons, and some of them are extra hard, and some of them I'm still struggling to learn. But I think these 5 or 6 things that I've shared are so key to having success with changing your life, whether it's with you know, your health or another area. I think it applies across the board. So except for maybe the pictures and the measurements thing, it's not really going to help you if you're like fighting, you know, codependency or whatever, but you know what I mean. Like I think in that respect, you know, just giving yourself, allowing some space for you to kind of have a more objective perspective on your progress, whether that's, and documenting that really is key. Like journaling would be great too, just to kind of see the mental changes if you're battling something else. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank y'all so much. If you've hung out with me this long, I really appreciate it. I know I talked a lot. Yeah, but I'm going to be coming up on 100K, so I'll probably do a quick celebratory video for that. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be finishing the intermediate program, which will be round 2 for me. So that'll be like 26 weeks or something like that, I think. So I'll definitely do a video then. This whole Corona thing has it's really been good. I've been able to be fairly consistent with everything, so I'm excited. But the only thing is just my routine is off, so filming just hasn't really happened, and I've been super busy with work too, so that's the thing. But anyway, I'm shutting up. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all for 100K. Bye.